EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, you got deep? He's crashing. He's checking crash.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running with Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go counter with Howard. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
First down, Eagles. Here we go. 120. Check, Mike 42. Cover.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run with Howard. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 25. Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Howard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey,
Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's going to fire one deep left, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
First down at the 38-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at this. Mike 52. Mike 52. Look at this.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Crunch.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Kelly. Hey, 88. Hey, Foxtrot. No, hold.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Rush in. Go. Motion backfield. 26.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And some room to work. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sproles. And an alley to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Pac-Man. 120.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Check 24, check 24.
Again, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Hey, over. 53's mine. Check. Wide left. Push him back. Push him back.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come up in an offset eye. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And once again, they go with Sproles. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, echo. Shit. Bang, 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 bang. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
Wentz now to throw. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Sproles, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 4.
Again, it's Howard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll run it with Sproles. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Check.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 30 yards there. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Back to throw, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Flag! Get 300! Get 300! Hey! Wahoo! We didn't get that!
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. The defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
57, back one. 57. 3 buzz.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.